Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and technically a guest for now. Today I wanted to share with you something that has ended up becoming a big part of my life. That thing is called YNAB, or You Need a Budget, YNAB. Last July, I went to a TLI conference with Dana, Jill, and Kat. We went out to eat afterwards because nothing gets you more hungry than an intense Toastmasters training session. Somehow amongst the conversation, Dana and I got talking about finances while Jill fell asleep in the morning. Dana told me about a program she'd been using for a while called YNAB, and how it was because of YNAB she was able to significantly cut her student loan debt. Being fresh-ish out of college, you can probably guess I am interested in doing the same thing for myself. And so because of that, I decided to try out YNAB's 34-day trial. Let me explain what YNAB even is. YNAB is a service and a website and an app that helps you better see and control where your money is going. You first create an account, which is admittedly the boring part, but pretty quickly after you get to do the fun parts, where you create categories of what you're spending your money on. Obviously things like rent or mortgage, groceries, and gas, and electricity, and other bills. YNAB makes it super easy to see exactly where you're putting your money and where it's coming at it from, as well as help you cover yourself when you overspend the top of the account. YNAB's method has 4 very simple rules. Number 1, give every dollar a job. Number 2, embrace your true expenses. Number 3 is roll with the punches. And number 4 is age your money. Rule number 1, give every dollar a job, is saying as soon as you get some money, you decide what you want to do with it. You think to yourself, what do I need to use this money for before the next income comes in? So you assign it to certain things. You need to put $50 towards groceries and start building up towards the rent that's coming at the end of the month. Rule number 2 is embrace your true expenses. YNAB puts this quite simply on their website. If you take those large, less frequent expenses that would normally send you into a financial tailspin, break them down into monthly manageable bills. What this basically means is, like I said earlier, you create categories for the things you spend your money on, things like rent and groceries. But you should also create categories for other things. Things like Christmas shopping, car registration, and other bigger recurring expenses that you know will be coming at a later date. Those are your true expenses. Basically, if you put a little money aside each week or month into things like Christmas, you'll have plenty by the time Christmas comes around. You should also create categories for those bigger but sadly surprising expenses, like a doctor bill or a car bill, so you're prepared, ready to go. Next rule is my favorite one, which is roll with the punches. Roll with the punches. This might not be my favorite rule, but it's definitely the one I use the most often. Because let's say I put $50 in my grocery bill, my grocery category, and I stroll on down to Shaw's and I forgot my coupons like an idiot and spend $60. It's okay. YNAB wants you to go with that and just move the extra money from somewhere else and cover it. So everything's zero and there's balance in the universe again. Rule 4 is age your money. I've been using YNAB for almost a year now and I'm still working on this one. YNAB basically says the age of your money is the length of time from when you get it to when you spend it. They say your goal should be to get that up to 30 days because if you're at 30 days age of money, you are spending last month's income on this month's bills. I have not reached that number yet. I'm not very good. I really do encourage you to try YNAB for yourself. There's a lot more with it that I didn't even cover. Things like reports and graphs, setting your own goals, net worth, and more. Something else that's pretty exciting is I actually reached out to their wonderful customer service. They're very responsive and helpful, and told them I was planning on doing this speech. They're very helpful and encouraging about the fact I had to do the speech. They're very helpful with providing some info for me, some quotes, some other information, as well as they created a special landing page on their website specifically for North Country Toastmasters. If you want to try it, they extended the trial to 2 months, just for you guys. And I have the link and I'll send it in the minutes if you want to give it a shot. I also got a quote from the founder and creator of YNAB specifically. He said, his name is Jesse Meacham, and he said, "A budget is simply a plan for living the life you really want. Follow it and it will lead you to freedom." I really like YNAB. Thank you.